Grand Rising, everyone. I truly, truly, truly hope and pray that this morning you are not only thankful, grateful, but feeling the vibrancy of life. Okay? I am ready. You know, last minute stuffs. Thank you really is all that is required, guys, because it opens the door to an easier lesson that's going to be learned. And it doesn't have to be long, drawn out, arduous, or anything like that. It literally is simple because gratitude puts us back in the frequency and energy of that childlike innocence. And, you know, when we're children, people seem to be more sympathetic for the most part. Yeah, for the most part. And when you're not thankful, the divine has a funny way of allowing your life to be stripped down to the lowest common denominator in order for you to be grateful. Even if people have taken the breath in their body for granted, which you should never do because that breath connects you directly to the Almighty. It is that breath that created us. There you go, a little smut. There you go. There you go. There you go. Because I know you need it. I know you need it. Because it's a beautiful day. Yay, 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 yay. Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. Yay, 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 yay. It is. It is a glorious day. But the same way thank you is all that is required for the divine, that is all that should be required on this plane. Because people who are moved by the true spirit of generosity, they're not even looking for a thank you, although it is much appreciated. We often just go off of face value, what we see, not understanding what it took to shape the individual before us. And so, if you've ever tried to grow anything, a child, a plant, you understand the precarious and delicate nature that cultivates a, a healthy root system and anything above it. Same thing if you're just eating a child, you put good things in, you omit the bad, you try to keep, yourself in a certain vibe from what I've been told by those, So it's all in what you can, all in what you refuse to allow to penetrate your environment, your ecosystems. Gratitude. Gratitude opens so much. It allows you to be teachable by the universe, right? Large and small. In the everyday, in the nano, you can absorb, you can heal, you can expand. You are connected to that cosmic pulse, the breath of life. It's cool, man. Thank you is truly all that is required. But practice it. Now, I will say this. You know, there's so many different characters throughout the biblical text that I have resonated with over the years. And I will say, there are certain aspects right now where um, it's shifted to a much greater um, feature. I've prayed for wisdom, I've prayed for understanding and knowledge, Because to me, that opens everything, right? And I've been thankful for every way in which the divine has chosen to teach me to open that door. But it literally started with one man. I promise. It's the craziest experience. This man vibrated in the energy of true thanksgiving and gratitude. And I really don't like look at other people often and go, wow, that would be nice. I would like that experience. But as a pure energy of faith, I wanted that. I wanted to know what that was like. Careful what you ask for. I know what that's like to live by faith, and just that. It's a wonderful experience. It is like being on a roller coaster that you never see the end of. Sometimes you're like, wow, that ride was too fast. Let's do it again. This isn't one of those. Still grateful, still thankful. Just gotta open the door. Hmm. Morning, morning. I pray I'm never placed in the position that this one character, I'm gonna keep that to myself, by the way, because that's personal right now. Um, that they've been placed in. I mean, that was a great mantle, but the fact that that's what's coming to me, not just now, but in different iterations throughout this current cycle, it is astounding. It is truly astounding. Do everything in gratitude and thanksgiving. Take your trash out with gratitude and thanksgiving. You know why? Because you ever seen a garbage strike? Not a pretty thing. Not an olfactory thing you want to deal with. I promise your nose, your body, you be like, pay them what they want. Be grateful. And that gratitude will help you do more. You will become more of service, not just to yourselves, but to your environment, your family, your soul family, the planet. The cosmic energy you start to vibrate in, it shifts you. And it can only bring about blessings, prosperity, wisdom, and understanding. Right? The eyes are the windows of the soul. Things are brewing. Ow, pay attention to the winds of change. They're shifting. And I feel like for the great majority of those that I have the pleasure of reading for, it is because you are doing the inner work. It starts within. The lights are on. The Ankh represents the key to all hidden knowledge. The loop symbolizes the eternal soul as it has no beginning or end. Exactly. You can see it opening up. The interconnectedness, the pulse, the connectivity. It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. Subtle things. Oh, sidebar. Have you guys been looking at the skies, the night skies? Have you been stargazing? I have had such an interesting experience with planetary sightings, but they don't register on my app. So, they want to blame El Nino for a lot of stuff, but we do know the exoplanets are coming back around. If you study ancient astrology, astronomy, you'll see that. You'll see the different planets coming in and out. Like, they're very interesting. And the magnetic polarity of the planet, the core, has gone the other direction. That is a greater force than itself that has moved inward. Come on, guys. Y'all remember science class. It wasn't that complicated. Earth science was fun. That's why they gave it to you so many times. But anyway, and then look, the sun. Keep your face to the sun and you will never see the shadows. But never be afraid of those shadows. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts on, and if you haven't been watching the night sky, try it. Get back to me. See if you spot anything that's not registering on whatever apps that you like to use, or even if you pull out your telescope. Just saying. Oh, look. See? Universe and the sun. There are things in the transits in the heavens above us that are causing some interesting anomalies down here. Pay attention. Do your own research. Never believe what they force feed down your throat, okay? I want you to fact check everything, including myself. Like, it's not even like that. If I put information out, please. A lot of stuff is predictive, but what can I say? I'm pretty spot on with a lot of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look. Even, look, we have owl, we have bird. You may even see certain birds. I know in my area, we had a bird pop in that normally roosts in South Florida, but it's way up here in PA. See what I mean? See what I mean? You can feel it. You can, like, your own polarities are probably shifting. We all have them. That's the hot, the cold, the light, the dark, the masculine and feminine, the dry, the wet, all of those. We all have polarity, positive, negative. We all have it. The way in which you flow could be very much changing in frequency, in alignment with what's going on in your environments. Bear, be sensitive to where you are and reflect on where you would most need healing. Exactly. I like that we're getting animals. Look at this. And they all have this. It's funny, not all of the cards have the star on top, but a few do. Some have the sun, some have the moon. As I say that, see, there are things. Um, Hold on, give me a second. Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's an owl nebula. Hold on. Noctua. It says it was a constellation near the tail of Hydra in the southern celestial hemisphere, but it is no longer recognized as it was introduced by Alexander Jameson in 1822. Now designated asterism, the owl was composed of the stars of the stars 4 Libra and 54 through 59 of Hydra, between 16 degrees and 20 degrees in Scorpio. Transformative energy. The Hydra is an interesting creature because in order to subdue it completely, you must eliminate all of the heads, otherwise they regenerate. And if I'm more certain about the mythology, there was the main head, which was hard to pinpoint. But if you got that one, but you had to slay, right, all the senses, right? There are 5 senses, but the universe communicates through the extrasensory perceptions. So it requires you to go outside of the mundane of this realm, and it asks you to tap back into more mysterious and primordial energies, and that can be very much, wow, where you need to discover. Oh wow, look at this. All of this interconnectedness, much more primal. And most people are familiar with Ursa Major and Minor, which are integrated into the Great Bear and the Small Bear. I know. There's it's Canis, Major and Minor. Wait, no, that's the dog. Ursa. Ursa's the bear. Anyway, don't mind me. All right. Let's see. Ursa Major. Right. Now, and that's in the northern hemisphere, and includes the Big Dipper, like I said. It's one of the largest constellations in the sky. But see, this is the obvious, right? This is not so obvious. Bears are not nocturnal, but owls are. The capacity to see in all realms through a cosmic filter, to be able to see what is unseen. You've asked for this. I want you to know that. So thank you is all that's required with this, okay? Um, what is it next to? Hold on. Now it's interesting, right? Hold on. I had a feeling there was some sort of dichotomy between, between these. Um, they're almost like guardians. Interesting. All right, let me not get lost in that because y'all know me and the research we'll get it in real quick. Don't mind me. Let's get out of that. All right, let's get back to this. Thank you. That is all that is required. Interesting. Some of you really are being called to care for the earth. Look, there's the arrow, there's the medicine wheel, and there's the taming of the wind. The bear is telling you, be sensitive to where you are and reflect on where you would most need healing. And this is the changing winds. Interesting. I do feel like we need to be more mindful of where we tread upon the earth. You're also going to be guided to where you are most needed upon the earth. This takes me back to the air plants reading. Wow, very much so. The rattle, the call. Wow, and there's the wind. Right. Wow. Wherever you're about to go, you're going to spend the next 20 years there. Just letting you know, you're going to be there. Yeah, for at least 20 years, maybe more for some of you. You ready? You're being stirred from within. 43 is a 7. We have 3. These are two very, very high level, spiritually vibrational. Uh, you know what I mean? And then we have 9, and then we have 9 again. You have finished the work in your current locations for a great deal of you. The work is done. It just is. And you're being called. And you're going to, if you don't heed what's going on around you, right, you will be abruptly catapulted to where you need to be. But they're giving you the heads up now. But I don't feel like this is going to be uncomfortable. Let me say that by any, but I do feel like there's a chance that this could catch you off guard, sneak up on you. This is a silent flyer, and you wouldn't see the bear unless it made a noise. They're literally built the way their paws. They can silently move through the forest. I know. If you spend time in the forest, you happen upon all sorts of creatures. Birds by far tend to let you know. Wow. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, this is neat. I feel like when this happens, because it feels like a blessing, it feels like it's going to come in very quickly. But just say thank you. Keep saying it. Keep feeling it more than anything. Yeah, you're going to be, look, the giveaway. See what I mean? Many paths. Spiral, the drum, the oh, Jesus, Lord. Whoa, they're showing you where you need to go. Everything's being orchestrated. Flow, be like water. Like on some Bruce Lee-ish, like not even joking. Like water is adaptable. Be adaptable. Whatever container it is placed in, it molds to that container. This is flexibility and adaptation. That energy, that mindfulness, that mindset will open up many paths. But they are giving you mm, everything. This is amazing. Because you give so freely, they're giving you so much more. An attitude of gratitude. Because again, what shapes us is just that. Beautiful. Thunder. This is your pre-warning, if you will. If you hear thunder, right? Which is it? If you see lightning and then the thunder is immediate, that means the storm is directly overhead. But if you see lightning and you can pretty much gauge the distance. There are warning sounds that are coming, that they're giving to you. Rattle, thunder, very spiritual signs, symbols, and synchronicities. But look at these beautiful tools. Mm, mm. Yeah, yeah, you're definitely, you've got some interesting folk. That's why I said, no, you're going to be in a location for 20 years or more. Yeah, there's a new place that needs you, collective. For some of you, you will spend the next 20 years traveling, healing, not just yourselves, but so many more. It's really neat. It's really, really neat. Some of you will be, that's so neat. I don't know. Oh, I got chills. It's the children. You're going to be like, making music that's focused on the children. And I feel like I know who I'm talking to with that one. It kind of goes along with everything else you're doing. Oh my gosh. Your ancestors are protecting you from this, from any impact on your Ten of Cups. They're confusing anyone trying to pull on your energies right now. I want you to know that. They're working. That's all I'm going to say. They working. Yeah. Your grandma, somebody grandma's a guardian angel. I'm not even joking. And she does not play about you. I don't know who you are, but I see that. Oh, okay. But they don't play about you. They just don't. They don't play about you. They don't play about you. I don't know if you knew how much. I mean, it depends, right? We all have whatever, whatever, right? We some people get the privilege of having their grandparents, but they're not very close, and then there are those who don't, and never really got to know the warm, loving person that they are. You know what I mean? Or were. It just depends. But some of my grandma is like 10 toes down, and everywhere you go, she go with you. I mean that. She do not play about you. Wow. Okay. So they're confusing anyone who tries to pull in your energies. I'm just telling you that right now. Like every time these people go see these readers and things like that, even if they're lying or what, it doesn't really matter. They're not getting accurate information on you. They have no authorization, and it's just that simple. They're gonna go broke being filled full of lies, and there's karma for everybody involved in that because it's a reason why even I've had to curve certain things. Like I'm never malicious. Like I'm not just gonna air somebody out. Like I'm not gonna be like, let's pull on this person and da 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 da. No, 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 no. But if they pull energy and I just so happen to recognize it, that's just something else unto itself. That ain't my business. I can't help why they want me to know what's going on with any individual. That's different. We just don't go prying into different people's lives. You have to have boundaries in every area of life. And people need to say thank you because that's all that's required. That people have those sort of ethical boundaries, primarily for themselves. Hmm. It's for their own protection. But anyway, your ancestors is they got them. They got them. Yeah. They be lying. These people lie to try to figure out what's going on in your love life and who's coming. Yeah, and there's always a guardian, an angel right there to catch him. All right. What does the collective need to know about this coming change? It's imminent, guys. You get it's the energy. You should be able to arrow, eight of wands. It's the same energy. This combination. Interesting. Wow. These feel like blessings, to be honest. Just looking at this, because it's like there's information coming out about things that you've lost, right? Things that you've missed out on. But there's a King of Swords energy coming to bring you truth about it, to balance things out. Things have been switched around unnecessarily. Um, and I feel like this person's been going back and forth on how to address this. Because this is communication. This is a lot of. It could be about someone's mother. It could be about your abundance. It could be about it's very grandmotherly energy. I'm telling you, somebody grandma been in the ethers just whooping ass because I feel like this is yours. This is due to you. And people did stuff, right? Look, This is coming from on top, but this is also coming from the courts. As above, so below. Okay? Oh, look at this. There are a lot of people. Look at this. Look at all this masculine energy. Look at that. Who, mm, do I really want to go into that? Because it just seems so trite right now. I'm so over these people. All of these different factions. Different people through the course of your life, right? Who feel rejected, right? They do. Maybe you didn't want them. Maybe the attraction wasn't mutual. Maybe you didn't see a future with someone, right? Maybe it was unrequited love for another. And all of these people have been in your energy doing so much. Somebody knows this too. But when you have that many people in they feels, right? Because you don't want what they're offering, if you will, right? They don't want to be friend zoned. Right. Wow. Okay. Anyway, beautiful. See, this is small potatoes, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of the people who I read for do their best to really be in this energy because that's what it is. It's an energy, it's a frequency. And so, see how she's got her head down? She's just working on what she's working on, minding her business. Right. And so, all of this really is small potatoes. And so, even if people have been sending all of this energy towards you because you left them behind and trying to put you in this lack energy, doing all this sort of verbalization, if you will, casting, sending things towards you, right? Trying to keep you in this crate. Look, all this is coming to light, but I feel like it's inconsequential. It's all going back to them, by the way. Yeah. See, there's those Seven of Pentacles. It's time for you to know all of these things have been being done in the dark. And they're saying, I feel like instinctively you've known this already. But again, it's important to remember your humanity. I'm not even joking. Because be sensitive to where you are at currently, right? And reflect on where you would most need healing. So think about all the places in your own journey that you've had to go in and mend, all the forgiveness that you had to do, right? It's almost like they want you to have a form of pity, a form of pity. You really got to be on forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Oh wow, look at this. Knight of Swords. See, this is your ancestors. Look, Ten of Cups, Temperance, right? Then you have the Devil, right? I saw the Two of Cups when I was shuffling earlier, but we've already covered the angel and the demon walking to a bar. Like these people, these energies have been working for your betterment at this point because they couldn't see this. Everybody has their place, including this thing, right? Right. It's a cycle. It's energy. It's not personal. Not really. It's the job. It's the game. Everybody got their job to do. Know your role and shut your mouth. Isn't that what one of them wrestlers used to say? I don't remember if it was The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was one of them. But that was the thing. Know your role and shut your mouth. Right. And right. But this is that blind faith we were talking about. Trust. Being grateful. Being thankful. Allowing the divine to guide your steps. Just saying. Right, all these people who had came together to try to pretty much ruin your life. Even if this wasn't in the 3D, that energy collectively, you know. Why? Because look where I cut the deck. Look where I cut the deck. It's really incredible because it just is. You, Madame, had your own villains, right? All the hearts that I'm gonna put in air quotes. You broke. You didn't. Keep. I mean, I'm sure a couple of y'all might have had some malicious moments when you was like, "Nah, I'm good." Da, da. Whatever. I'm not really talking about that, but this is what this is, and it's the same. You guys mirror. See, look all the women real quick. As soon as I get to him, all of a sudden you see women. So right there's this interesting mirroring thing that has to happen. Right, all the baggage, you know, getting out of the cycles. I feel like abruptly this all ends, like, because this is just minor, but you're going to find out about this. All of this is what's been delaying. But now, look, there's justice, right? Now is the time. The rattle. Everything is being released and freed up. And you ever, it's a lot of things in there to create that sound. So all of this energy, all of these people, everybody's being shaken up, including you, collective. But you've been grateful for these experiences along the way. You've been just going with it. Being the alchemist. See, people often mistake this when they see the Two of Pentacles. The juggler, the joker, that's the fool. That's this energy. Okay. It's amazing. But you know that. Look in good shape. Learning skills and adaptability. You know, the ebb, the flow, the highs, the low. Like it's beautiful. Hey y'all. It's incredible. Right there. It's amazing. Now it's time. Now it's time. Yes. Your future looks bright, beautiful, clear. Look at that. Thank you is all that is required. That is from the divine. That is from your ancestors. Do you understand? That's all that's required is thank you. Your future is bright. It is beautiful. It is clear. Look, look. You're going to look back on all of this and you're going to laugh. You're going to chuckle. You're going to tee hee hee to yourself. It's going to be such fond memories. Fond memories. Everything that's due to you. Look, I was getting past life. I really was. I really was. See, the reason we're look at this energy. Look. Look how they show up. Bam. This energy. Bam. And then look at them all. Look at them all. Look all. Everybody got a pass, but look. The people we used to be. Look, there's that alchemist energy. See? Right there. Full alchemist. It's the same energy. I don't know if you guys really know that, but anyway, that it's two halves. I'm not even joking. This easy to dismiss what you don't understand. Oh, goofy goo. You're not a goofy goo. You just connected. You're not a goofy goo. Just saying. So many. So many. Oh, I left her. For the goofy goo. Yeah. Wow. It's been decided. Like I said, this is inheritances. This is things that are owed to you. Past life. It's owed to you. Where you want to go. I do feel like you will be able to. Not only is it material, but I also feel like it's a spiritual blessing as well. More wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding, a more profound grasp on your own journeys. Because that's how you're going to help people. As you continue to heal, you're going to be a much better guide. Yeah. But you really are taking this show on the road. Look, see, you're going to be traveling, and I mean that, for quite a while. Are you ready? Don't worry about the finances. Everything, it's coming back. There's investments. There's a return on your energy. There's a return on your investment. Seven of Pentacles right there. We saw the 10, right? Wait. Anyway, it was there. Seven came out before. Right, look. And now you two can come together. It's beautiful. It really is. Look, told you. That could be a lottery hit, could be an inherit, could be any number of things, but I feel like this is literally your time on top. It's a return on your energetic investment. Like the work you've done, just all of it. All of it. Look, you go from the 5 to the 10, right? And so that's like, this is the 5 and that's the 10, right? You've already been here. Now it's your time. Right. All things must be balanced as it is universal law. Nothing stays the same. Not forever. There are too many cosmic forces. Oh, you funny. Goofy goo. Right. Right. There's so many hidden helpers. So many hidden helpers right now. My word. My word. Look at that. That should be music to somebody's ears. You really got angels whispering right now. Same thing with your masculine. They're pulling you two together. It's incredible. Yes. See, thank you is all that is required. See what I mean? Thank you is all that is required. It's energy, it's frequency. Fill your vessel with light, love, and gratitude. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Wow, look. 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 Look at that. They tried so hard to keep this from happening. Every time you made one step forward, they wanted you to take 12 back. Don't worry about that. Everything is balancing out. The universe said so. Look at this. Look. Look. They said so. I said, thank you is all that is required. They want nothing more. That's it. That's it. So love, if that love is where you need healing, then babies, focus on that. Like really. But you know how you heal love? By being grateful for the love you do experience, for the love you get to put out, for all the ways in which the divine expresses their love to you, both large and small, emotional and material. I know I eat every day. I'm always provided for. My daddy give me the best. They know me so well. I told y'all I was just out and about the one day and just having a good old time. Just like, I'm going to get out, enjoy the day. And you know what? When I really listened, they took me right to, oh, like it was the most amazing moment. It was like beautiful simpatico. There's no greater synchronicity from them to me to be like, yo, babe, we really do know you. We really do know you. We got you. Yep, we know what's going to make you happy at any given moment. We know the thoughts, we know the questions you have rattling around in the recesses of your mental space. And guess what, baby? We're going to get you them answers because we know what's important to you. And bada bing, bada boom, they did everything. From and I'm not overly complicated. I'm really not. I'm not. Well, maybe to some, but to me, I'm good. I'm simple. But they knew, and that was just like a little gold star. Pay attention. Everything you want is already unfolding. It's right there. Have patience. We kept seeing temperance. Have patience. Keep the faith. Keep manifesting. Keep doing what you do. Being open to receive. Be grateful. Be thankful. Step away from the lack. You're not lacking anything. It's a state of mind. Return that energy to whomever sent it to you. It's okay. There's going to be some sour pusses in the world. That's just what it is. It's always going to be a sour puss. It's always going to be an Eeyore. It's always going to be a Snuffy. Hyper. It's always going to be those people. But you got to be like on your all dogs that go to heaven. You can't keep a good dog down. No, no. You got to, man. If you ain't singing He's Able every day, and I don't know what's wrong with you. That's because you already know what you've already gone through. And if you haven't surmised that there is a pure purpose, a higher purpose to all of that, maybe you're not paying attention. I feel like you are, though. They don't want anything else. You don't have to do anything. But keep opening the door to the divine. Keep granting space. Keep being that child. Growing. Leaps and bounds. Taking the time. Allowing them to mold you. Allowing spirit to hold you. Look, going through whatever hibernation, rebuild, fortification, it don't matter. Ascension. Allowing things to end so you could be better. Union of self. Healing the hurt. Whew. Healing both lines simultaneously. These people ain't done nothing but, energize you. This is a lot of insight. This is a lot of downloads coming in, y'all. I hope you're ready. You ready? Right. These people might have delayed, but they really didn't delay anything with their energy. All they did was lead to this amazing buildup. Spirit knew they was going to crack before you would. They knew they wasn't built for this. They too fragile. The metal wasn't tempered enough. You were forged in fire. Different. Different. All work, work. All work, work. All work, work. And look, birthing anything is work. It is work. That's my shit, Rabbit. I love that song. She talks to angels. And I do call them out by name. Whew. Look at this. They did nothing but bring y'all together. First, you got to unite in spirit before you can unite in flesh. Because you unite with yourself, right? This whole concept of the twin flame is really, it's you, within you, understanding the whole. We find motivation in the craziest of places. How many times has somebody said, oh, you can't do it, and out of motherfucking spite, your ass got up and did it? Isn't that using your shadow for good? I'm just saying. That's why we don't put our nose up. We don't shun. We seek understanding. We seek wisdom. And in that wisdom, there is power. In those lessons, even more power. All work, work, all work, work, all work, work, all work, work. They thought you was a look. Funny part is, I'm just gonna say this, right? Y'all really got some beastly strength to you, okay? Because they thought you was a beast when you was in your light. Wait till they see the silent killer you all in your shadow. That's an owl for you though. Funny looking creatures, cute, big ass eyes, adorable. But have you ever seen they talons? And you ever see how that motherfucker turn his head around like? You look at them like they're the exorcist. You about to scare some people with these newfound powers. That's why you got to take your show on the road. Look, yo, it's a literal return on your investment. Look, see the difference? See how this one got his head down, tying them shoes up, ready? Look, this one like, what's in it for me? I love those who try to barter with the divine, right? And I get that you got to establish a trust, right? You got to be like, okay, as you build your relationship. But at what point? Some of you, it didn't take all that, right? Some of you were just willing to wait and be patient, be prepared and be ready. Others were much more demanding of the process. We'll see who wins in the end. See the drum? Like the gong? All right. See the rattle? Got his medicine wheel. See the difference? You got all the tools you needed because you were patient. You were patient. Oh, work, work. And that's the thing. Some people wasn't patient enough to build a relationship one-on-one. They wanted more. All right. That's what happens when you seek outside. See, look. See that? See how they're embracing each other? It's the unity itself. You have to embrace everything. So when I say I'm that nigga, I mean that shit. Trust and believe that. But I'm all woman. You have to know yourself. That capacity, that capability, that get up and go. Okay. Right. Right. See, it was always about self-saving. It was always about embracing you, knowing that you were always going to put the oxygen mask on yourself first, right? Self-rescue. Because you got it within you. That's the thing about it. You do, you do, you do. Now I'm gonna say like this: these people who was doing dumb stuff, I just saw jail in their future. I'm just saying. But again, remember, collective, for those of you who've been doing a thing, whew, just say thank you. Your future, Ten of Cups, the Sun card. Okay, okay, it's merry and bright. Oh, the weather outside it's not frightful. Oh, it's so delightful, right? Because we got Christmas in July, baby. Don't get it twisted. Hmm. Your ancestors doing such a good job at keeping these people confused. They keep making all the wrong choices because they're not getting the accurate information. Look, keep calling back your power, okay? But they want y'all to start thinking about where you want to go. And I mean that, where you want to go. Do some research and, I don't know, places that really do need help. Healing, energy, especially. You'll figure it out. You will. Um, Hold on. Where is that? New York? Yeah. So I'm specifically talking to somebody in New York right now. Your area code is 212. Let me see. It says that's actually one of the original area codes, and it covered most of Manhattan. Let me see. Yeah. I'm not saying you traveling to New York, although you might. I know the United Nations is in downtown Manhattan, so right, you might actually be doing something like that. Who knows? All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And here's a little thing: when things seem unclear, uncertain, when it's a wave of confusion that is not yours, right? Oh, excuse me. Pray to recenter, rebalance, recalibrate. See this, right? Because I'm looking at the Seven of Cups and I'm looking at Temperance. Somebody gonna need to see a psychiatric doctor, not a psychologist, a psychiatric doctor, because it's that Eight of Swords energy. I feel like this is for those odds. Like I've been seeing people, um, I've gotten downloads. I've like seen it in cards since I started doing tarot that there's groups of people whose mental health is just going to fail them because of all of the treachery. And I feel like being locked in your own mind with your own demons sounds about the appropriate punishment, right? Right. Because death really is too good for some. Like, just saying, just saying, you know. But they gonna need a psychiatric doctor. That's judgment. Judgment has been, and they'll be there until Judgment Day. Let's just call it what it is, right? But that is their to be in that space, to be in La La Land. Ooh, Sucker Punch. They just showed me Sucker Punch. Wow, that steampunk movie. Yeah, they gonna like be trying to get out, but the only way out is y'all. Did you see? Go watch Sucker Punch. I know. I say the same thing. But I told you, there's no getting around. It's because of this. That's why. Because they refuse to stop. And so there's nothing you need to do but just keep going. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Thank you, universe. However you address them, whew, keep it going. Keep it going. And it's because they refuse. Look, what I tell you, they'll never get out of their mental prison. They'll be in there fighting those very same demons. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you. I could feel it. I can feel it in my soul. Look. And the divine's like, and you can have whatever you like. All because they came for chosen. Those who are chosen. Those who have been anointed. Seriously. It's simple. But again, you do know that they like to use people in terms of, bait. You be that low hanging fruit and shit, hanging on somebody over the other side of somebody's fence post. They're like, well, it did come across my property line, so I guess it's okay if I pluck it. Yeah, but sometimes you gotta. Look, I think I was rooting for her too when I first saw it, and then I thought about it. I was like, well, what did these bitches do to get themselves in this fucking institution? Now I do understand, and a lot of stuff was, just sexist as all outdoors, and I feel like divine feminine. You have dealt with your own form of sexism, because you're strong and you're beautiful and attractive and confident, and you're endowed with all these beautiful spiritual abilities, and these men come through thinking, oh, you just think you so smart, huh? I'm gonna teach you a lesson. How dare you leave me? Watch this. You know, those types. Look, they smug asses. Look. And all you was trying to do was get people on the right track. Right. It's sad because they know what they was doing. Things you do in spirit, it don't matter if you actually go to somebody and actually cause them bodily harm. What you put out is more important than your physical actions. That what you say, at least in terms of universal law, is just as important as what it is you do. Energy is energy. I know that's why like intention is like 3/10 of the law or five. I don't know what the ratio is, the fraction, but it is intent, intent, intent. What was your intention? To hurt someone. All right. So whether you was spiritually doing it, verbalizing it, or actually stalking somebody trying to plot and plan, your judgment is the same, but it is the fucking same. I don't know if they never told y'all that, but it's the same. That's why they be like, no, sin is sin is sin. Use your higher mind. It is all the same. All right. So you overcame all the attacks that they was trying to send you, trying to get your demise, but you knew. You knew. Look, all you did was keep. Look, you were being reborn every day. you Oh, this is for y'all who was seeing all the ravens and crows and shit, right? That's how you know. Because, Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Raven, right? That long, fucking, drawn out, depressing ass poem. And that's who these people are. Right. It says Poe was inspired by Charles Dickens' novel, right? He was talking to a raven. Right, but they do talks. They do talk. Right. It was noted for its musically stylized language. That's why some of you, I know I'm talking to somebody who sings, dance, something like that. Like you be in the studio, whether, oh, they funny. They started giving me pop in the studio, getting blowed. It's the realest shit I ever wrote. It's all odds. Right. So maybe you're a rapper, whoever you are, or one of these people. That's funny. They're gonna make me go visit Edgar Allan Hook. They some hoes. Oh, that's a Freudian slip out this world. I said they're gonna make me go visit Edgar Allan Poe, but instead of Poe, I slipped up and said ho. Yo, these some hoish ass energies. Wow. Say, let me stop. Can you just give me the goddamn poem, please? I know I read this in like elementary school. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste time with that. When you get a chance, y'all should go read the right, but these people are sad. And they need to reach out and touch faith. Mm, mm, but that's what look. What I tell y'all, look at that. But look. And they keep holding on. They got jokes. They got so many jokes, it's not even funny. Right. Right. Yeah, my discernment on fleek right now. They not even playing. They like, yeah, look. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but now, look what I just. Now they can materialize. Seriously. Now they can be. Look, there's the wheel of fortune. Right now, this person, because yes, y'all both paid y'all penance. Y'all have both gotten to where you need to in your spiritual journeys. Right. Because you both learned to hold back from others. Right. Reliance, self-reliance. It's huge. Yeah. Look, there's some them people in they feels. I told you, that's them hoes is sad. What you want us to see? The delay is always for your benefit. By the divine. Okay? So never think these people actually had any real cause or power or had any real flex in your life. The divine allows people to do what they do because they have a purpose. That's it. So when you see somebody acting against you, you go, thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. I know you're going to let me know what this is all about very soon. It's okay. I know they just a vessel being used by some negative force or maybe even you. Because listen, we good. Seek the higher path, the lighter path. Right. Seek the higher path, the lighter path. Because that's how you get through. Oh, they funny. They just hit me with the Lauryn Hill. What was it? It could all be so simple. I know you're there for me, cry for me. But would you live? All of that, you know. I'm chopping the lyrics up real bad, but just the song, so y'all get what I'm talking about. This is cool. It's really cool. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Just keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Always bet on God. God never loses. I'm just a squirrel trying to get the nut. My daddy promised me. He said, go to this oak tree, climb 45 feet, make a hard left, jump to the third branch up, and you can have that whole patch. All right, no problem. I don't need the whole tree. That's greedy. See? Just do what you do. Listen. Thank you, X Factor. Right, 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 right. But that was but that's the whole thing. That's what this shit should be named outside of that. Like this that's like an under title. The X Factor, because that's what all of this was about. All of these X's on both your sides running massive interference because they refuse to learn their lessons and do their own spiritual work. You're an easier target than it would be for them to dive deep and recognize who they truly are. That they actively seek out people in their darkness, in their shadow. That's the problem, because they're easier to rattle and control and change. They look for weak, unhealed, broken individuals, people with soft natures who need to heal but haven't yet. Whoever the dark high priestess is, they've been doing all this stuff with these folks. They binded her up. They bound her up. That's the one that's going to end up with the, like, because they're so used to being over reliant on all of these energies, but they're going to have all of the energies they've ever connected with, but they're never going to get out of their own mind. This is the one that's getting sucker punched. I'm not even joking, because they kept doing the work and doing the work, and they should have stopped. They should have stopped. But because, people easy to shake down because they can see the desperation coming, all of them. It's all going back to them. Every bit of work they did. Oh, yeah. Archangel Michael going to hand deliver it to him like, is that your bitch? Look at her lips. Oh, look. Look at that. Look at that. Every time this person tries to creep across the energetic barrier and tap into your Akashic records, it's going to be a bad. See? It's like, from stable, look, it's going to shake this person to their core. Thank you, Archangel. That shit. Oh, them visuals be excellent. Be excellent, be excellent. I mean, it's going to shake the literal shit out of somebody. You ever see them orange pickers? Like the machine that come up to the tree with like the net come around it, and it's got this mechanism, and it just and it rattles all the fruit off. That's the visual they just gave me. Like they gonna shake the shit out this person. Like scramble every egg they got. Every blessing that was connected to them, they gonna shake free. This line stops. There will be no more fruit bear. And so that makes me very nervous for these people, because that means they're going to take your entire line off the planet. Like old school, like Old Testament. And that's for somebody who likes to use the Old Testament in spiritual warfare against people. That's especially for you. That's especially for you. An eye for an eye. I hope you ready. Forgiveness is the way. Gratitude is the way. Love is the way. Okay. You want to cling to that? That is universal law. It was never meant to be vengeful. That was letting people know you will reap what you sow. It was not a stance to walk around haughty. All right. All right. Cool. They gonna shake the shit out you. They gonna snatch every bit of fruit. I pray for your children. I don't even know them, but I pray for them because they're innocent for real, for real. Even if they was conceived under weird, to me, all children are innocent, and it's just a shame they got a bad draw, and now they'll have to pay the consequences of your selfish actions. Just gonna shake the shit out of you. And I have a strange feeling since they gave me oranges, and I've been getting all these weird visuals um, about California. A lot of these people must be out west. Like the greatest offenders must be in that state. And no disrespect to anybody who lives out there, but I cannot, like, it is crazy. It is crazy what I've been seeing. And then for it to play out the way it is with no end in sight, it is like, woo, child. Mm. The Falcon. Isn't that Thoth? Isn't, or is that Horus? Hold on. Horus. But see, remember this energy of seeing into the day and into the night. So some of you guys, Horus is around, energetically speaking. As I said that, the chills went across my shoulders. Hello. Okay. Heru, right? It says his right eye was the sun or morning star, representing power and quintessence. Quintessence, I have no idea. And whose left eye was the moon or evening star, representing healing. Falcon cults, which were which were in evidence from late pre-dynastic times, were widespread in Egypt. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Horus the child. Okay. Remember, Horus was the son of Isis. We saw the goddess, the divine feminine, come out. But that's this energy of seeing into the light, into the dark. It's the falcon. Your horizons are shifting. Your view is shifting. Yeah, there's like an overflow of cosmic energy. Now, mind you, right? Horus is the child of Isis and Osiris, right? But Set, right? Challenge his heritage. So again, we were created by the divine, right? We are the children of the sun. We are the children of the divine, right? But the devil always challenged our place as, right? It's the same story over and over again. So this is punishment for those in that energy who struck out against God's children. It is a real thing. The golden child, like that energy, like really the royal children. Right. And the legend goes that his eye was actually damaged in the fight with his uncle, right? But that damage explains mythologically the phases of the moon, but was later healed by Thoth. The restored eye became an amulet. It's Horus. Well, can I just say I don't have it in me right now. Like I have a lot of compassion, but my sensitivity is really low right now. And so I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was, just asking about different folk and this, that, and the third, and I heard the most beautiful news I had heard in a long time, which was somebody getting their fucking karma, and I mean that shit. I'm not gonna get into it because I'm just not. But all I could say was like, sound like karma, sound like karma, sound like karma. This is a vile individual, and I have zero reason to have any real love for them besides my father made them. That's it. Like my heavenly father made them, right? I have love for all of God's creatures, large and small. Okay? Same time, I know what I know, and I know mm, that this motherfucker deserves everything he got coming, and then some, and then some, and then some. Because it don't stop here. There's spiritual torture that will happen when his soul transitions. Now, like I said, death is too good for people. This is one of them. This is one the good Lord is going to stretch this shit out. He going to make it hard because he did a lot of damage to a lot of folk. He really did. Not to me personally, but to those I care about. And that's enough right there. That's enough. I'm offended. I'm offended. You did something. Wow. You don't do that, right? So I took my complaint right to my daddy. That being said, okay. I'm patient. I'm patient. I'm really patient. Okay. So, I'm that person. I will say the quiet part out loud. Now, I might be more sensitive if I talk to the somebody else, but nope, it's gone. Don't care. They deserve it. They really do. They really, really do. Oh, love my research. Love my research. I got a heck of a library, both digital and physical. I like things in redundancy, so I'm never without my materials. I could have very well been a librarian, but I talk too much. So, but anyway, that being said, right? Have patience. Continue to have patience. Be grateful. Be thankful. And let me tell you, make a joyful noise when your enemies are smited in your face. Seriously. When those who hurt innocence and snatch it and try their best to eradicate it, oh, oh, oh. You offer forgiveness because we all play out generational curses, whether we know it or don't. So we have that level of forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. But at the same time, you don't get to hurt none of mine and think I'm not going to tell my father about it. Right, right. And I do know, like that's why I try to stay the state straight and narrow, straight and narrow. you know. Mm-mm. But once you do that, you let it go, and and when things play out the way they gonna play out, that's your proof right there. Because sometimes the law can't do what God can do, right? And I don't mean like sometimes, you know what I mean? Because sometimes man's justice is okay. You like, okay, prison, okay, gas chamber, electric chair, hanging, firing squad, shit like that. Life in prison, hard time. I mean, there's different ways that man has come up with pretty creatively, to get their pound of flesh, legally speaking. But boy, I tell you, when God step in, it's God. because it'd be like freak accidents and shit. You was like, damn, what happened to John John? Oh, I don't know, XYZ. And then, next thing he laid up in the hospital. But God, but God, all that shit they be putting out there. Oh, the nigga is never gonna come home. Them chickens always come home to roost, baby girl, baby boy. They do. I'm just saying. So say thank you. Thank you. Seriously. When your enemies are struck down, say thank you. When you receive your blessings, say thank you. When you receive your lessons, say thank you. Just thank you. That's all that's required. That's So when we say God don't play about us, we mean that shit. And these are these sorts of examples when you be like, I told you God don't play about me. It's a real thing. And I look, Rabbit, what you just wrote, that last one, that is the worst punishment in the eyes of God, because that cuts the breath, that beautiful thing that connects you to them. Oh my God. That's it. That's the worst punishment. That's how Christ was killed. He was hung. It's in the Bible. Read it for yourself. That whole crucifixion thing is some Catholicism. And I really would advise you all to do your research. That's why St. Peter, was hung upside down. Wasn't nailed to anything. It was a torture device. But even that wasn't enough. They dead checked Christ with a spear. Anyway, we're going to leave that alone. Just listen to it. I'm telling you, they got some cool apps. Sit back, roll your shit, have some wine, you be fine. Just listen. Just listen. You hear shit you never heard before. It's amazing. Anyway, be grateful. Be thankful. Start thinking about where you want to go. Start thinking about what they're putting on your heart, what direction you need to go, because you're going to be traveling. You're not going to be stationary. I'm serious. This is like 20 years. You're going to be moving, traversing, allowing your instincts to guide you. Because as you heal, you're going to help those around you to heal. So it's very important. Some of this is just your is needed in these languages. You know how powerful your energy can be? I'm going to use myself as an example, of course, because I don't, whatever. Every neighborhood I've moved into, I've tried to be a blessing, right? A help, an agent of good, if you will, because why not? It doesn't matter if you own the property or if you rent. When you treat something like it's yours, that is just respect. That don't mean it's mine, I'm going to do what I want with it. No. But, sweeping the front of your property, recycling, you know what I mean? Planting things, speaking to those in your community, getting involved. But just your presence as you walk through and smile and vibe and all of that has a great impact. A great impact. And I'll tell you, it's funny. Really never even thought about it until one of my homies from my last spot was like, yo, the day you left, all this shit started popping. That next week, the neighborhood just flared up. Because you need people who energetically heal, people who do natural energy work just by being alive and present. Right. Your energy shakes things up in the most beautiful, positive way one could imagine. All right. I'm actually going to leave it there. Okay? That is really cool, guys. Please keep doing the beautiful work that you're doing. Right? Mm. Things are changing. Keep yourself in that energy and vibration. Please, please, please. It's working. It's working. And be ready to go. If you're being told to downsize, downsize. Purge, purge. Listen, it's a reason for it. Do not be overly attached to material anything. For your true blessings lie where? Everything here is temporary. So be grateful and thankful. All right, guys. We'll do this again later. Bye.